Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Curly Chemistry Lab. I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome. All right, let me make sure we're good on both platforms. If you guys can see and hear me okay, let me know in the chat. Let me know if you can see and hear me. All right, let's see. All right, we're good. I think we're good. Yes, you can see me. Okay, you can see and hear me. Awesome. So, hey, everyone, welcome to another Curly Chemistry Lab. I feel like I think we were live 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago. Yeah, before Thanksgiving, we were live, but for some reason, it feels like forever ago. What is going on? Hey, Wendy, Sylvia. Hopefully 2013. Welcome, everyone. What is going on? I'm so excited to be here. So if you are new here, like you've never had or never, was on a live with me ever in your life, put a 1 in the chat. And for those who have been here, where are you guys from? Like just the town. Well, no, don't tell me the town. Just tell me the city. No, not the city, because the city's a town. Tell me the state in the country that you guys are at. Do we have New York? Do we have California? Do we have London? Where are you guys at? Tell me. Virginia, California, Georgia. Awesome. Welcome. Hey, blessed to have Aiden. How are you, sis? Alabama, Michigan, Charlotte. You are like right down the road from me. Virginia, someone else in Charlotte. Wow, Charlotte's in the house tonight. Toronto, Texas. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. So, for those who are new and have never been to a Curly Chemistry Live, basically this time is for you. I really don't have any rules here. It's just more so if you have any questions for me, hair care related, scalp care related, this is your time to ask me questions. Of course, the goal is to be off by like 8 o'clock. So we'll see how we do tonight, but let's just go ahead and jump straight into it because I want to try to get through as many questions as possible. All right. So any questions, put them in the chat for me. It is definitely wash day for me. I just put my hair like in a little bun and call it a day. Little curly bun. That's what we rocking tonight. But let's see. Any questions, put them in the chat. I see the first question from Melissa. Melissa says, any advice on maintaining a braid out wave / curl for the day? Humidity often catches up with me. What's the best shampoos or ingredients to look for to wash out grease? Thank you. Great question, Melissa. So to answer your first question about how to maintain a braid out for the day, humidity often catches up with you. So I'll say this. When you do your braid outs, when you do your twist out, the sealant matters. And also the moisturizer too. So if you do a braid out and you're using like a cream-based product, if you are in an area where humidity is an issue, I would try to look for products that do not have glycerin, at least within the first 3 ingredients. Because if you are using a cream-based product that has a humectant, like glycerin, for example, within the first 3 ingredients of that ingredient list, it's going to be an issue when it comes to the humidity because glycerin actually brings in water into the hair. So there's a lot of moisture in the air that can potentially lift the cuticle and of course kind of compromise your braid out. So I would be mindful of the moisturizer. Like the formula can have glycerin in it. Just make sure it's not in the top 3 ingredients. Somewhere in the middle is completely fine. Now the sealant matters too, okay? Because what happens with hair that kind of gets affected by the humidity, water is getting into the hair, which is great. We love that. But if you are trying to maintain your style, that's when humidity can become an issue, right? So your sealant comes into play. If I were you, I would use a heavier sealant to basically keep your the cuticle sealed better, so that regardless of the humidity in the environment, the water in the environment is not technically absorbing to the hair as fast. So if I were you, I would use a heavier sealant. This can be avocado oil, olive oil, or hair grease. If I were you, I would try hair grease as a sealant to help prevent the humidity from affecting your braid out. So that's the first thing I would say, okay? And then to answer your other question about the best shampoos, ingredients to look for to wash out grease, honestly, any moisturizing shampoo is fine, but you do want to look for shampoos that have cleansing surfactants within them, at least within like the second, third, fourth, fifth, somewhere in there in that ingredient list. For me personally, I love, for example, sodium C14, olefin sulfonate. I'll look for cocomeat or propylbutane, for example, like somewhere in those Inky's ingredient list is what I would, look for. But honestly, just avoid co-washers or co-washing shampoos, because unfortunately, co-washing is not going to effectively remove grease from your hair. So make sure that it is a moisturizing shampoo. And of course, if you don't have my ingredients for curly girls, like the curly girls got the hair care ingredients, I would definitely get that ebook. The link is below. I break down like what your shampoo should look like, your conditioner should look like, ingredients to look for each category of products. So check that out. Okay, hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. Okay, the questions are coming in. Oh, we got South Carolina in here, Oklahoma City, New York is in here. As you age, that's a good question, Lucinda. Lucinda says, as you age, does your hair stop growing? That's a really good question. So I'll say this. It depends, because there's a lot of different factors that affect our hair growth as we age, right? So it can be hormonal, right? It can be inflammation in the body. It can be like just even like what's the word? Just circulation decreasing as we age, especially when it comes to blood circulation to the scalp. So it depends on the person. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've seen women who are like in their 90s who have beautiful gray hair, and it's long and it's natural and it's flourishing. So I would say your lifestyle will play a role in hair growth after a certain age. Your diet plays a role, your hormones play a role. So if you can find a way to adapt into having an anti-inflammatory diet, for example, making sure your hormones are as balanced as possible, that will almost ensure that your hair continues to grow in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s. So in my opinion, I don't think age is a limit when it comes to hair growth. Great question. Okay. Tasha says, is the herbal tea rinse okay for kids? Yes, absolutely. And I have to make a video on this, but you can even use the tea rinse as your liquid. If you're doing the LCO method, when you moisturize your hair, you can spritz your hair with the tea for moisture and then follow up with the cream and then your oil. So absolutely, it's perfect for kids. All right. Hey, Lanaya. Lanaya says, how to best deal with different textures of hair on your head. I always say this, Lanaya, I would focus on the majority texture. So if the majority of your hair is 4C high porosity, for example, focus on that texture. So it can be very challenging trying to cater to all the things. And I always say this, how the majority of my hair is low porosity, right? But my crown tends to be more on the high porosity side. So I cater to the low porosity side. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But I think regardless of porosity, hair typing, moisture is going to be key in any case. So make sure that you're looking for moisturizing shampoos, moisturizing conditioners, for example, moisturizing leave-in conditioners. I think that's going to be key regardless of the multiple hair types you have. But just focus on the main texture in your hair. Great question. Hopefully 2013 says, what are your thoughts about CW hair care products? She has a scalp spray to promote hair growth. I've never heard of CW hair care products. Let's see if I can find it really quick, and then I can give you my feedback. All right, let's see. CW hair care. All right, I found her page. My nose is running tonight. Okay, is it a scalp oil? I see several oils. So I'm gonna look for the, what did you say? Scalp spray to promote hair growth. Okay, here it is. Okay, and it's a bestseller. Let's see why it's a bestseller. All right, I'm looking for the ingredients. CW Hair Growth Scalp Spray, $17.95. All right. Is this the ingredient list? Because I don't really see it. I'm looking on the website right now. And for me, and I always say this, y'all, it's always a red flag for me when I see a brand that does not have the entire ingredient list. That's, I hope I'm not getting sick. I'm like, I keep sniffing. But yeah, the fact that she doesn't have an entire ingredient list on her website, that makes me nervous unless I'm just missing it. But I see ingredients, but I just see filtered H2O, lavender flowers and oil, rosemary leaves and oil. That's it. That's all I see. We need the full ingredient list. Okay, so the lavender and rosemary are known for supporting hair growth and increasing circulation in the scalp, but as a chemist, I need the entire ingredient list, and unfortunately, I don't see it on her website. And I'm hoping that's not all she has in her formula, because right now it's looking like she just has water, rosemary, and lavender. She needs a preservative. I don't see a preservative. Okay, so that makes me nervous because it has to have a preservative, because this is a water-based product. All right, if it was like a scalp oil, right, and she had rosemary oil, lavender oil, and sweet almond oil, you know, in that case, vitamin E will get the job done, right, for increasing the shelf life of that formulation. But her formula being water-based, as far as what I see on the website, doesn't have a preservative. And if it does have one, then she needs to list the entire list on her website. So unfortunately, sis, I can't really give you my full opinion on it. But I hope it's preserved properly, because the last thing you need is to have some bacteria growing on your scalp, okay? Because that's completely unsafe. All right, let's see. Blessed to have Aiden says, what's your thoughts on dry shampoo do's and don'ts? So with dry shampoo, I would say this. The brand matters, because not all dry shampoos are made the same, right? So the one that I've been seeing a lot of great things about is the one by Amika, Amika. Their dry shampoo, a lot of girlies, you know, in the natural hair care community actually like/love that dry shampoo. So the brand matters. I would say, as far as like a don't make dry shampoo like your core way of cleansing your hair, because that's not going to work. Dry shampoo is great for, like, you know, a quick little, oh, my wash day is in like 2 days, so let me go ahead and, you know, use my dry shampoo to kind of get some of this oil out my hair, right? But you don't want that to be your main thing. So that's what I would say. The second thing I would say is, don't apply it to hair that has like a lot of buildup already on it, because that kind of defeats the purpose, and it's gonna make your hair look crazy, okay? So I would just kind of be mindful of how often you use it and the brand that you use. But if you're looking for one, check out the Amika one. Okay, Sunny Ridden Hour 1094. I'm gonna try to like say y'all names tonight. She says, how to grow long hair over 50. How to grow long hair over 50. So the same thing I was saying earlier. You want to make sure that your hormones are where they need to be, because over 50, that's really where, I mean, your hormones play a role regardless of your age, but definitely when you are over 50, over 40, over 50, because that's when a lot of women go through female pattern hair loss, androgenic alopecia, for example. So I would say definitely pay attention to your hormones after over 50. I always recommend either saw palmetto supplements or a pumpkin seed oil supplement to help reduce any DHT blocking. DHT is a hormone that is tied to thinning of the hair. So DHT, pumpkin seed oil or saw palmetto Supplements are great for reducing that DHT so your hair can start to grow and to thrive. Over 50, you should be massaging your scalp at least, if you can't do it every night, at least a few times a week, because you want to, once again, get that blood circulation to the scalp. Because as we do age, and I mentioned this earlier, circulation sometimes can decrease in this region, okay? Especially concerning the hair and the hair growth. So definitely increase your scalp massaging. And if you can, once again, I will also start doing more anti-inflammatory foods into your diet. That's going to be key for hair growth. And one last thing, I would definitely start taking fish oil, like an omega-3 supplement as well. That's going to be great for your scalp, and also just the health of your follicles and your hair itself, including your skin and so many other areas of your body as well. The brand I love and recommend is Nordic Naturals. I think it's called Nordic Natural. It's like Nordic. That omega-3 fish oil brand is amazing. So definitely check that one out. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. If you are enjoying this live so far, please be sure to like this video, and let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, let's see. Lady VO Silk, thank you for the hearts. Lady VO Silk said, I'm struggling with dry scalp and traction alopecia in my crown. Okay, dry scalp and traction alopecia in my crown. Got it. What are some things I need to avoid to prevent these issues from getting worse? The first thing, sis, is no more tight styles. No more, because more than likely the traction alopecia came from some type of style that you did, whether it's braids or twists or something that was causing stress and trauma on your scalp in your crown area. So no more tight styles. I would do low maintenance for like the rest of forever. like I really adopt low maintenance styles. Like, it's okay to get braids, but just make sure if you do get them done or whatever you get done, that it's not pulling at your scalp. That's the first thing I would say, because it always starts at the root. What caused this issue? Because you got to start there, right? So that's the first thing I would say. As far as the dry scalp goes, I don't know how often you wash your hair, but a lot of times if you don't wash your hair frequently, that can lead to a dry scalp. So for me, I wash my hair once a week. If you can't do it once a week, then at least do it once every other week. You know what I'm saying? So around there will be good. For a dry scalp too, you can use a scalp serum. I always recommend Pacifica Scalp Love Serum. I hope you're taking notes. Hope you got your pen and paper here. But Pacifica Love Scalp Serum is an amazing hydrating scalp serum for dry scalp. A lot of women also use hair grease on their scalp as well to, reduce dryness of the scalp too. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do for sure. And then, of course, for shampoos and conditioners, check out my Amazon storefront. The link is below in the description box. All right, let's see. Next question. Aisha, I probably butchered your name, sis, but Aisha says, I purchased a Dermaroller from your Amazon storefront. I've never used one before. Can you give me a step-by-step for me, please? I'm a bit apprehensive. Thank you. No problem. So the first thing I would say is when you use your Dermaroller, before you use it, make sure you sanitize it. You can put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it just to make sure that it's completely clean, because you are low-key creating micro injuries on your scalp, micro channels on your scalp. So you want to make sure that there's no bacteria on the Dermaroller, because that's going to affect your scalp, right? Right. So make sure you sanitize it first, and then figure out what area needs the most attention. A lot of times when people use Dermarolling, they're targeting a certain area. Usually it's the edges, right? A lot of women, I guess men too, but a lot of women who use Dermarolling is because they have some very, very thin spot somewhere, or it's their edges. So decide what area are you trying to target, right? With that sanitized Dermaroller. I always tell people, when you Dermaroll, make sure you use some type of serum or oil, because the Dermaroller alone will get that circulation going, will reactivate dormant follicles, but you can enhance your treatment by using a hair growth oil. That can be the Wild Growth hair oil. That can be Creole Essence rosemary mint oil. It can be copper peptides. It can be, there's so many things that you can use with your Dermaroller to really get the most out of it. Some people do it for like 60 seconds. Some people do a little bit longer. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But the biggest thing is make sure that it's sanitized, pick an area, and then just, do your Dermarolling. But one thing I would do too is look at some videos on YouTube of women who are doing it, who are actually seeing results with it, just to see like an actual video routine. Because I don't have a video of me doing that, but definitely check out some videos here on YouTube. All right, let's see. Is this helpful for you guys? Let me know. Put like a yes or a 1 in the chat if I should continue. All right, let's see. RLI 867 says, hi, would a water-based product like the Care leave-in then do grow original grease be good for length retention? Thanks in advance, sis from London. Hey, sis from London. I'm trying to get to London next year. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I need to go because I got a passport and I only got like 1 stamp. It's horrible. Actually, no, I think I got 2 stamps. Yeah, I got 2. But anyway, I need to get there. All right, so to answer your question, the Care leave-in with the Do Grow original grease for length retention, absolutely. And here's why. Care, their leave-in conditioner is hydrating, right? So you have a hydrating product. More than likely, the first ingredient is water. You want that water-based product because that water-based product is going to absorb past the cuticle to get your hair the juicy hydration that it needs, right? But then you have that hair grease on top of the cuticle to keep that moisture inside. So that alone will be great. If you want to add extra hydration, you could do the LCG. So right now you have CG. I'm assuming Care leave-in is a cream. If it's not, then it's an L. But if it's a cream, what you're doing is CG, which works. It's fine. But for extra hydration, you can do LCG, liquid cream grease. 1, 2, 3. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, this liquid can be water. It can be my tea. By the way, the hydrating herbal hair tea rinse is officially international. Okay, so if you are in Europe, if you are in the UK, and if you are in Canada, you guys now have access to the tea. So yay! Woo, fireworks. But yes, sis, so definitely what you have here with the Care leave-in and the Do Grow will help support length retention. I'll also say this too. It wouldn't hurt to kind of get a trim too, just to kind of give your ends a reset. If your ends don't need it, then don't even worry about it. But that's going to be key. I would do this method maybe like once every 2 or 3 days, depending on how your hair feels, and then go from there. Okay. Oh, one more thing. If you use hair grease in your regimen, make sure that you are washing your hair at least once a week, if you can, because with the hair grease, it's heavier than an oil. So you may get product buildup if you don't wash your hair frequently. So the only way I'm able to use hair grease in my regimen is because I wash my hair weekly and I'm due. I can't tell because it look kind of cute, right? But I'm due. I promise you I'm due. But that's what I recommend. Great question. Hey, Fayetteville, Georgia. How you doing? You doing okay, seriously. PAGA 9000 says, are penetrating oils high in oleic acid like marula oil as good as moisturizing with liquid if the strands are dry? Great question. So usually penetrating oils are shorter chain fatty acids. So like lauric acid, for example, like lauric acid is like the most abundant fatty acid in coconut oil. And that's why coconut oil is known for penetrating deep into the cuticle, deeper than marula oil or olive oil, for example. Olive oil and marula oil contains a high amount of oleic acid. Oleic acid is a monounsaturated fatty acid. So basically it's longer, right? Now, because it's longer, the structure alone makes it kind of hard to penetrate deep into the hair. Whereas lauric acid, right, which is most abundant in coconut oil, is shorter. It's shorter. So because it's shorter and it's more linear, it penetrates very easy into the hair. Oils like coconut oil, babasu oil, palm kernel oil, the solid version of botana oil will penetrate deep. That's why I always recommend them for pre-pooing the hair, right? So marula oil, because it's high in oleic acid, that's a great sealant. That's a great detangling oil. That's a great oil for softening the hair, I'll say moisturize, well, technically, yes, but anyway, softening the hair, like making the hair more manageable. But as far as like penetration, you're going to get better penetration with oils that are high in saturated fatty acids like lauric acid. Okay. I love that. I love that you asked me that. I love when I can like go more into like the chemistry and whatnot. Okay, Lizzie Clay says, hi, Tanya. Did you say Design Essentials Lavender was a leave-in because I got it and it says rinse out? Is it okay to leave in? Also, I use it with the green tea reconstructor leave-in. Design Essentials leave-in. Oh, lavender leave-in. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that entire line is, let me see. Excuse me. Okay. So the Design Essential Detangling Conditioner, let's look at it right now. So, okay, moisturize. Okay, so it's definitely a conditioner for sure, but you can use this as a leave-in conditioner. Looking at the ingredient list now, there's benzimonium chloride, there's amodimethicone, which is a water-based silicone. There's sesame seed oil. There is a little bit of protein in here. But to answer your question, even though it is a conditioner, you can absolutely use it as a leave-in conditioner. Now, here's my rule for this. If you use a conditioner as a leave-in conditioner, that conditioner ideally needs to be a moisturizing conditioner. I don't recommend using like, I don't know, Apogee 2-minute conditioner as a leave-in. Why? Because it's more of a protein conditioner, but moisturizing conditioners can absolutely be used as a leave-in conditioner. And in a lot of cases, it can be used as a moisturizer as well in between your wash days. So have at it, go for it. Like I said, there is a little bit of protein in this formula, but it's under 1%. It's probably like around like 0.01, 0.1%. So you'll be fine. Great question. All right, let's see. That's not really a question. All right, let's see. Okay, Major 607. Any advice on using Olaplex 3 to help with frizz and strengthen hair for 4BC? Let me look at Olaplex 3 because I always get the numbers mixed up. Okay, this is the actual treatment itself. Okay. All right, let me see. So let me go back to your question. Any advice on using Olaplex 3 to help with frizz and strengthen hair for 4B4C? I mean, I don't really have any advice about how to use it because the directions are on the bottle. Like I would just stick with what the bottle says. Last time I checked, I think Olaplex, that protein treatment, you have to do it on like pre-washed hair. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's pre-washed hair. K18 leave-in repair mask, another bonding treatment, that one you use after you shampoo, but I'm pretty sure Olaplex is before you shampoo. So I would do what the directions say, because when it comes to those protein treatments, those bonding treatments, those instructions are very specific. So you want to stick with that, so hopefully that helps. All right, great question. I got a lot of great questions tonight. Thank you for the likes. Lady J459 says, send up the likes. Thank you so much. If this has been helpful for you so far, please try to like this video. If we can get to like 100 likes tonight, that'd be great. All right, let's see. Lil Smithy 03 says, hi, how do you feel about the hair care line in Richer? Let's Google it. Google it. Hair edges came back in less than 2 weeks. Okay, hair edges come back in 2 weeks. Period. What's in here? All right, so the launch has a lot of stuff going on here. There's no product that you've mentioned to me to check out. So I'll just look at the growth oil. Because I need to know a certain product. Okay, let's see. The first ingredient is sunflower oil, and then they have ashwagandha, which is an adaptogen that helps to reduce stress-related hair loss. There's horsetail in here, which is great. Aloe vera. moringa, tea tree, peppermint, rosemary, the OGs, black castor. She has some great ingredients in here, so that's a good sign. But the hair growth oil alone looks really good. Eliza Baptiste 3704 says, I've been growing my hair 3 years now, but I'm not retaining the length. If you're not retaining the length, you could have low iron. I don't know if you are anemic or not, but a lot of times, if you are low in iron, your hair will be dry and it will break off. No matter how much hair you are growing for 3 years, honey, if your body is low in iron, your blood is not, how can I say it? Your scalp, your follicles are not getting the oxygen, the nutrients, the blood flow that it needs to actually grow. That is one part of it too. But then also low iron can dry out your hair, like the actual hair that's coming out too, So it could be low iron, or it could be your iron is great and you ain't got no issue with the iron, right? But it could be like the moisturizer that you're using is not actually a good moisturizer, or it's not compatible for your hair. So I don't know how often you moisturize your hair. You may have to increase that. Are you sealing in the moisture? Are you using an oil or a grease after you moisturize your hair to lock in that moisture, to retain your length? So it can be a number of things. But I will say this, usually 80% of the time, if you're not retaining length, it's because your hair is breaking off. And a lot of time when your hair is breaking off, it's because of a lack of moisture. So that's why I always say, figure out your moisture cycle, like how often you need to be moisturizing your hair. My moisture cycle's every 2 days. 2 days. Yours might be every 3 days, every 1 day, where you got to re-up. Because your body, yes, hair is dead. Technically, it is dead, but you still have to maintain it so it doesn't die where it's like breaking off. You know what I'm saying? Hope that makes sense. But that's what I'm thinking is what's going on. Or it could be styling or how you're handling your hair. Because let's say you're brushing it and you're combing it, and that is breaking it off and you're damaging your hair. So it could be one of those 3 factors: low iron, low moisture, or just the way you're handling your hair is kind of damaging your hair. So between those 3. Great question. Lizzie Clay says, is the copper peptides a good serum for growing your hair? Can anyone use it? Yes, anyone can use copper peptides. So copper peptides are it's a form of a signaling peptide. So basically they activate dormant follicles. They actually are known for increasing density as well. So I think copper peptides are great hair growth option. They're definitely more of the advanced hair growth options for sure, but the ones I recommend, if you go in the description box below this video, you will see where it says Curly Chemistry Amazon storefront. Look for the little box, because I have like different categories. It'll say peptide powered hair growth or copper peptide powered hair growth, and you'll see the ones I recommend. Let's see. Sylvia says, we had a blast with the live when you were on a coffee upper. What's a coffee upper? Did I have coffee that night? I probably did. Trippy 7430 says, do you think finger dry detangling or finger wet detangling is better for 4C hair? Great question. So I always say this: if you're going to detangle your hair, make sure there's something on your hair. Does it necessarily have to be like water? No, but at least let it be like oil. Like I mentioned earlier, how marula oil, olive oil, avocado, sweet almond, jojoba, those oils are great for sealing in the moisture, but they're also detangling oils, right? Because they are high in oleic acid. So when you have these oils are high in oleic acid, they make the hair softer. So if you don't want to use water, apply a little bit of oil on your hair and just take your time and detangle your hair. You have to do sections. Those sections are going to be key. The more hair you have, the thicker hair you have, the more sections you're going to need. Like if I detangle my hair, there's no way I can do it with 2 sections, baby. I need 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. But both options are fine. But if you are going to do finger dry detangling, at least have an oil or something on your hair. Okay. But if you do wet detangling, take your time, be very gentle, because your hair is more fragile when it is wet. Great question. Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa says, my wash day, I use As I Am shampoo. I love that one. Then I use cold wash. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. Thank you so much. My wash day, I use As I Am shampoo. Then I use cold wash to soften it. Then I use elation for my mask. Then I use leave-in because my hair is very dry. Okay. You don't have a question. It's more of a statement. But listen, if that's working, if that's working for you, then that's great. Absolutely. Stick with that. I would do the cold wash after you rinse your mask. Like let the cold wash, like you running cold water on your hair, if that's what I think you're saying, let that be your last step to lock in that moisture, especially from that hair mask. That's what I would do. But hey, if everything is what you're doing is working, your hair is thriving, that's awesome. So stick with that. All right, let's see. I answered that one already. Peaches 198 says, when a product says apply to dry, or wet hair, do they mean dry hair in between wash day or freshly blow dry or air dried hair? Says apply to dry or wet hair. Do they mean dry hair? So honestly, it doesn't matter as long as the hair is dry. As long as the hair is dry. So if you have a product that says apply to dry hair, right? Let's say, and then also it matters what kind of product is it? You know, is this a leave-in? Is this a moisturizer? Because if it's a leave-in or moisturizer and it's saying apply to dry hair, that can be on, you know, in between wash day hair. That can be blow dried hair. That can be air dried hair. As long as the hair is dry, that product can be applied to that hair. So great question. Okay, let's see. Marinette 2526 says, what can you use to unclog your follicles? Oh, I love this question. I have like 2 videos on my channel on how to unclog your follicles. Sis, please check it out. Get you pen and paper. You're gonna learn so much, I promise. But definitely to unclog your follicles, the first thing that's coming to my mind is, well, definitely salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, BHA for short. The great thing about beta hydroxy acid is that they are oil soluble. They're oil based, right? So they are going to actually go deeper into the follicle to get that gunk, whatever is clogging in that space, out. So that's what I would look for, salicylic acid. I think it's CeraVe. Is it CeraVe? I think it's CeraVe. CeraVe has a shampoo that just came out that has salicylic acid in it, I think. Check that out. And then there's another brand. It's like a scalp detox treatment. I think it's by the Inkey list, INKEY. Hope you're taking notes, sis. It's like a salicylic acid scalp treatment. That one's good too. But I would look for products that are shampoo or scalp serum, something that has salicylic acid in it, because that's what you're going to want to unclog those follicles. You want BHAs, beta hydroxy acid, salicylic acid. Glycolic acid is a great clarifier for like the surface of the scalp, like getting rid of dead skin cells and product buildup off the scalp, and it's very hydrating. But when you're talking about like unclogging the follicles, you need something like salicylic acid. Okay, hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. Do you ship the herbal tea rinse to Canada? Yes. As of last week, we are shipping to Canada. Yes. Canada, UK, and Europe. All right, let's see. Melissa, did I answer your question? No, I didn't. Thanks for the previous answer. You're welcome. Do you apply a water-based product and then grease throughout the week? When I re-moisturize, it feels like I'm putting it on top of grease again, even though it feels dry. Great question. So for me, I do. That's what I do. Now it could be because of the product that I use. That can be it too. So when I use hair grease, I'm typically, like right now, my top 2 moisturizers are the Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream, and I like the Apogee Shape Pro Leave-In Conditioner. Those 2 are my base, right? And then I follow up with the grease. Now it depends on your hair too. because that method works for me. You may need a lighter hair grease. So I don't know what kind of grease you're using, Melissa. If you're using like something thicker like Blue Magic, or if you're using something thinner like Softy or the Do Grow Extra Light, that plays a role too. So, and then also if you are doing LCO, that might make it a little bit better too as well to kind of reduce that buildup. So I would say you may have to switch out the grease, or your hair may not be compatible with grease and you may need to go for an oil instead of a grease. So there's different factors here. But what I would do, if you have a great core moisturizer, right? Like you're like, no, I love my moisturizer, stick with that, but try a different grease, right? So what I would do is an experiment. One half of your head, do the same moisturizer, but with a different grease. If you're using Blue Magic, try Do Grow. If you're using Do Grow, try Softy. On the other half, the main moisturizer, but then do sweet almond oil. Okay. Twist up your hair, braid up your hair, whatever you do, and then unravel it the next day. And just see how your hair feels over the next few days. You know, see how it feels. And then the one side that feels the best, go with that. Whether that's the grease or the oil, because that will that's like your hair letting you know what it prefers. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. Great question. All right, let's see. What did someone buy? Someone just brought some tea. Thank you. I don't know who the order is from, but whoever just brought some herbal hair tea rinse, thank you. I'm actually shipping out tomorrow, so perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right, next question. All right, thank you for the hearts and thank you for liking this video. I lost my place. Oh, where was I? I be trying my best, y'all, to stick with the formation, but don't always happen. Okay, I found my place. I found my place. All right. Okay, here we go. Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Tracy Turner says, I have 4B4C hair, and I've noticed since menopause, my hair is so dry. When I use Zivervare, can you recommend a good heat protectant, non-toxic? My hair is very thick and long. A good heat protectant, I would say Fantasia Icy Heat Protectant. You can't go wrong with that brand. They have a spray. If you want something lighter, go for the spray. The spray one is like a red bottle. Garnier Fructis has a great heat protectant. I want to say it's in a yellow or green, like translucent bottle. Or the one I use is the Lador, Lador Wonder Oil. Love that stuff. But you can't go wrong with either of those three. So those three heat protectants are the ones I recommend. Great question. All right, Letty Betty 5869 says, should oils be used on the scalp or the hair? Great question. I think both, but it depends on your scalp. Okay. Because if you got seborrheic dermatitis, if you got psoriasis, if you got eczema, your scalp or some type of scalp condition, your scalp may not like oil. If you have like a normal to dry scalp, you can get away with it, right? If you have no scalp issues, you can get away with it. But in most cases, if you have like a scalp that's like, man, there's always something going on with my scalp, like it's just like inflammation or like dandruff, stay away from the oils. But for your hair, it's completely fine, you know? So I would just say it just depends on your scalp. In my opinion, if your scalp likes oils, like you actually applying it to it, jojoba oil is like the best scalp oil. I'm not talking about essential hair growth oil. I'm still talking about like carrier oils. Jojoba is great. Jojoba is the closest one to our natural oil, sebum. Another good one is grapeseed oil. And then also argan oil is also really good for the scalp as well. So yeah, great question. And me personally, I use both. I use oil for my scalp and my hair. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Janice. Hi, Janice. How are you, sis? Janice says, hi, please take a look at the ingredients of Biolodge Hydrosource shampoo and give me your thoughts, please. Absolutely. All right, let's go to Google. Let's see. What's this all about? Hydrosource moisturizing shampoo. Okay, let's go. I found it. Let's look at the ingredients. Okay. So the second ingredient is sodium lauryl sulfate, and you also have sodium lauryl sulfate as the third ingredient. So These cleansing surfactants might be a little bit too drying for your hair. And of course, it depends on where it is in the formulation, but a lot of times, if it's a second or third ingredient, like it is in this formula, it might be too drying for you. It might be. And once again, I don't know what kind of hair type you have, but in most cases for our hair texture, those two surfactants with sulfates can be really drying for our hair. So just kind of keep that in mind. As far as everything else in here looks good. There's aloe vera juice in here, which I think is one of the best ingredients for the scalp and the hair. There's no protein in here, which I wouldn't expect anyway in a moisturizing shampoo. But outside of that, I mean, it looks like a solid shampoo, but it does have those sulfates in it. So just be careful. Like if you use a shampoo, follow up with a deep conditioner. Like your hair is going to need that extra moisture, that juiciness after you use this shampoo because of the sodium lauryl sulfate. And they have two in there. They have the second and third. They have the laurel and the laureth. Okay. So definitely, follow up with a conditioner if you use this shampoo. Let's see. Is hair shedding seasonal? That's a great question. I think it's a myth, but there might be some truth to it. Some people think that your hair sheds more in the winter and fall time, which is possible. Some people think it's the springtime, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I just haven't seen any like factual data to prove that, but I think it is possible. I will say that shedding is normal for everyone. Excessive shedding is not. A lot of times that's tied to a deficiency or hormonal imbalance in the body, or in some cases inflammation too. But as far as it being like seasonal, I think there may be some truth to it. I just haven't seen like any like factual data to prove it. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay, next question. Marion Campbell, thank you for the hearts and the likes. Marion Campbell says, what brand of hydrating and moisturizing shampoos would you recommend? Design Essentials, HAIR CARE, Cream of Nature, As I Am. Yeah, those are my top 4 right now. Right now. It might change in 6 months, but right now, those 4, you can't go wrong. Regina's like, I'm taking notes. I love that. I love that, sis. Michelle Allen says, is soreness and itchy scalp basically the crown area with flakes malacia? Wait, is soreness and itchy scalp basically in the crown area with flakes malacia? Like the yeast, like dandruff, you mean? And so it could be. So I'll say this: if you have like big, I shouldn't say big, but like I'll say big for lack of a better word, big like yellowy flakes, white, like off-white yellowy flakes on the scalp, more than likely it is dandruff, which is tied to the yeast malacia or Malassezia. So yes, absolutely. Now, what you can do if it is that, definitely add a few drops of tea tree oil to your shampoo or do apple cider vinegar rinse. You can do 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar to 2 cups of water and apply this mixture on your hair after you shampoo your hair. People always get that mixed up. Like, do I apply ACV before shampoo? You want to do it after you shampoo your hair. That tonic treatment needs to be on clean scalp. So shampoo, then ACV rinse, massage that mixture into your hair, and then shampoo. But it sounds like if that's what you are experiencing, that it could be dandruff, especially if it's like white, yellowy patches on the scalp. If you see like little teeny tiny, like small little like flakes, like very small, usually that's dry scalp. But if it's like oily patches, like yellow, white, it's dandruff, which is tied to malacia. Great question. Okay, Fab540 says, can you over moisturize horsey hair? I use moisturizing shampoo, deep conditioner, and leave-in cream every week before I do my braid out, wondering if it affects the pH of my hair. I wouldn't say it's going to affect the pH of your hair, because already the shampoo, the conditioner, the leave-in, when the chemist is formulating your product, they have to formulate it so that it is like ideal in the pH range, usually around 4.5, 5.5, sometimes 6, but I prefer 4.5, 5.5. So technically the formula itself should not affect the pH of your hair. Now, what could affect the pH of your scalp is if you're not washing your hair frequently. So if you have product buildup on your scalp, that can affect the pH of your scalp. That will make the scalp microbiome, the environment on your scalp, way off. Because if you are not frequently washing your hair, okay, let's do this. Imagine with me, you're on your scalp, right? Like you are like a teeny tiny, honey, I shrunk the kids, like type of vibe, right? On your scalp. On your scalp, you have skin cells, you have dead skin cells, and you have good bacteria, and you have bad bacteria, right? Right now, in a perfect environment, the good bacteria outweighs the bad bacteria, right? But if you do not wash your hair, if you have product buildup, guess what happens? The microbiome on your scalp starts to shift. And now the bad bacteria is outweighing the good. And what comes with that is the increase of pH. And now you have dandruff and you have yeast and you got all the things going on. And the next thing you know, baby, you got seborrheic dermatitis. Okay. So with that being said, the product itself is not going to affect the pH of your hair unless you got some crazy wild chemist out here who's out here formulating shampoos at like 8 or moisturizers at like 8.5, which is bizarre. Okay. Now relaxers are high, but you ain't say relaxer, so we won't go there. But as far as to answer your question, the only way the pH will change on your scalp, like I said, is if you are just not washing your hair. You're just out here, you just out here, okay? Which I doubt. But to answer your question, if you can over moisturize 4C hair, absolutely. You can over moisturize any hair type. Moisture overload, high growth fatigue, absolutely. But you would know. You would know if you have crossed the nether regions into moisture overload. What does that mean, Tanya? I'm going to tell you right now, okay? You are going to wash your hair, right? You're going to get in the shower. And when you're touching your hair, you're going to notice that your hair feels like overcooked spaghetti. It's going to feel mushy and gummy, almost to the point that you can just go like, it's going to feel horrible. Tanya, how do you know? Because it happened to me 10 years ago and it was horrifying. You know, now thankfully, good old Apogee two-step got me right. Thank you, Lord, for Apogee two-step. But you would know if you have over moisturized hair. Your hair will feel like overcooked spaghetti. So imagine you have some overcooked spaghetti in the pot and you put your hands in the pot and you just squeeze it. It feels very gooky and mushy. That's what your hair would feel like if you over moisturize. Based off of what you just said here, the shampoo, the deep conditioner, the leave-in, you're fine. Like that looks fine. What I did, and I don't recommend this. If you're taking notes, don't write this. Please, I beg of you, unless you want to experience moisture overload. But what I did that led to me having moisture overload, I made, I don't know if I should even say this. I'm going to say it because viewer discretion advised, okay? I made this moisturizing I was in my DIY days back in the day, okay? I made this hydrating spritz at home. I did, and I'm going to tell you so you don't do it. I did a formula 50-50. I did 50% water and 50% glycerin. My God. Excuse me, Lord. I didn't mean to say it in vain. But 50% glycerin. Horrible. And I was just like spritzing my hair. Ooh, this feels good, y'all. Just, do. And my hair felt good. Because glycerin is a humectant. It's gonna take all that moisture and just go whoosh. Most formulas, most conditioners, moisturizers, leave-ins, if there's glycerin in there, maybe it's in there at 5%, maybe 3, maybe 5 max, maybe 7, but not no daggone 50%, 50. But I'm just spritzing within maybe 2 or 3 days or 7 days. Yeah, it had to be like a whole week. I'm stuttering. Can you see? Like this is PTSD right now. I'm like, I can't even talk. 7 days later, I wash my hair and I'm using this every single day. I'm not even doing no every 2, 3. I'm using this every single day. 7th day come, I get in the shower. My hair feels like freaking, I don't even know, silly putty. Remember silly putty back in the day? If you know, anyway, it was horrible. So I just don't do 50-50. Don't do 50 water, 50 glycerin unless you want moisture overload. But long story short, sis, I'm pretty sure you ain't got to worry about that. Okay. What you have here going on is fine. But of course, lightweight protein treatment once a month will get you there. Oh, let me scroll down real quick, see what y'all saying. I love that, honey. Yeah, honey, I shrunk the kids explanation. Hey, girl, I'm so late. Hey, Whitney, how are you, sis? Good intentions, good to know. Moisture overload. It's a thing. It's a thing. I will tell that story forever because it's crazy, but it happened. Okay, let's keep going. Shall we keep going? Let's keep going. All right, Carol Camper. Hey, Carol. Carol says, "Do you like Kuza hair grease? Kuza hair grease is good. That's a really good hair. I mean, it's the base of hair grease is petrolatum. It's all the same in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Unless you do something really innovative with it. But Kuza hair grease is fine. That's a great sealant as well. Thank you for answering my question, Tanya. You're so welcome. Will the iRestore helmet help to restore hair loss from traction alopecia? Great question. I'm going to say yes, because the red light therapy, what it does, and I have a whole video on it, what it does is it brings energy to the cells to bring your hair in a longer anagen cycle and to reactivate those dormant follicles. So yes, it can help. Absolutely. A lot of people actually pair the red light therapy with Dermarolling too. So if you were, going to make this like a hair growth routine, and if you do get the iRestore red light therapy helmet, do that, but then also do Dermarolling with copper peptides. So that's what I would do. Like if I was a trichologist, which I'm not, I'm a cosmetic chemist, but if I was, I would tell you to do the red light therapy, but then also do Dermarolling with the copper peptide. Like that would be like my little prescription for you. So yeah. All right, let's see. Great question. Thank you for the hearts, not the hearts. Thank you for the hearts and the likes. I'm surprised my little bun is still up. Like I have like bobby pins in here, and I thought this thing would have been fell down, but hey, we're here. We're here. Okay, I'm getting silly. Ooh, is it after 8 o'clock? Not yet. It's after 8 o'clock. We get silly. And I have to know to have some daggone sweet tea. Anyway, next question. TSAX562 says difference between white something combination to detangle or unbrush plus, and which is better at detangling for type hair? Great question. So this is what I do. When I'm detangling my hair in the shower and it's like a bunch of conditioner in it and it's just juicy, I will more than likely go for the unbrush because I feel like, and it's just me, I feel like the unbrush works better on wet hair. Wet, conditioned, like the hair is just full of the conditioner. It's juicy. I use my unbrush. When I'm out the shower and I'm just like detangling my hair, like, getting ready to blow dry it, or it's in between my wash day and I'm getting the shedded hair out my hair, I use a wide tooth comb. I find that wide tooth comb work better on like, all hair for sure, like wet, damp, and dry. But for me, I just like to use the unbrush in the shower for like shower detangling. So, but yeah, but I will also just, try and see like which one works best for you, because that, that matters too. Hi Tanya. Peaches says, hi Tanya, have you tried Strands of Faith? Strands of Faith? No, I have not tried Strands of Faith. 4766. I just brought some herbal tea Monday. Can't wait until it gets here in NC, North Carolina. Let's see. Oh, you brought some hair tea. You can't wait till it gets here. Okay, that's awesome. I'm so glad you got it. Let me know how you like it. All right, let's see. Thank you for extending your borders by shipping to Canada. Yes, you're welcome. It's been time. because I launched the tea last year. I'm like, it's time to go international. So let's do it. And we did it. All right, let's see. Haskell Maureen says, hi, can you please do a review on the 12 beauty hair product? Sure. I mean, if there's a certain one you want me to talk about, like actual video, let me know. You can email me at ilearn@curlychemistry.com. My hair was 16 inches and got 3 inches cut on Monday. It was shedding and splitting badly. Well, that's good that you got it cut. That's really good. Give your hair like a fresh start. All right, Peaches 198 says, at what age can a baby use conditioner? At the moment, I only use shampoo, use a baby detangler, and apply the shea butter to my baby's hair. When can I start using a conditioner? That's a great question. I think your routine now is fine. I would stick with that. I would say, and I've seen baby brands with conditioners. So I don't know if it's like based off the brand or not, but I would say maybe like, when she or he is like maybe 2, maybe. Any mommies in here, feel free to, type below what you've done in the past for your child. But I would just say, make sure that it's I shouldn't say as natural as possible, because what is natural? Natural hasn't even been defined by the FDA, to be honest. But I would just kind of go for a brand like Honest. Honest is a really good brand for like baby products, especially for hair care products. The other one starts with a C. Can't think of it. I can't think of it. Wow. But it starts with a C with an orange top. I can't think of the name. But then also my client too, Aubrey Baby Goodies. Check her out too. She has hair care products for babies and toddlers. So definitely check out her brand. And it's Aubrey Baby Goodies. You can Google it and it'll pop up. All right, let's see. Can you do a review on Mo Nose hair products? I could. If there's like a certain one, just let me know. Are the tea rinse colors safe? That's great. So great question. So personally, I haven't had any clients tell me that, or customers tell me that the tea turned their hair red. I haven't heard that as of yet. I hope I don't. But I would say this: always do a test patch before. Like you can like spray like a little bit, like somewhere in the back. Just in case. Just to see, just like a test patch, just to see the effects of it. But I haven't had anyone say that. But once again, if you can't use the tea on your hair for whatever purposes, like, oh, my hair is pink, you can absolutely drink it. You can drink the tea. I recommend adding like a tablespoon of honey to it as well. And you can get the internal benefits for your hair just by drinking it alone. So, and you can also like put it in your fridge, like an iced tea too. It doesn't have to be hot. So just FYI. All right, next question. For some reason, coconut oil dries my hair badly. You know what? Coconut oil, it depends on how you use it. Like I used to use coconut oil as a sealant. It was horrible. I can't use coconut oil as a sealant because it will dry my hair out. But coconut oil as a pre-poo, it works. So I would say it depends on how you try it and how you use it. If you've tried coconut oil as a pre-poo and your hair is like, nah, boo, this ain't it, then nah, boo, this ain't it. And that's okay, But yeah. Do you know of any natural or healthy hair dyes? Yes. Henna Sook, HENNA SOOQ. Henna Sook. Google that. You'll see the website. She has like a black hair dye, a brown hair dye, a red hair dye. So I would definitely check out that website for sure. Henna Sook, SOOQ. All right, let's see. Hi, Tanya. The ingredients in Apogee 2-minute change, would you still recommend? Really? Really? Let me look at this. I have to double check. Let me see. 2-minute. What do they change to? I might have to like go get my old bottle, compare it to my new bottle. I have to look. I have to see. So they have the polysorbate 60 in here, which is like a emulsifier. But this, what is this? Methyl-propylamine. This looks like a conditioning surfactant. They still have the hydrolyzed keratin, which is honestly the key ingredient, but it's probably in the around 1%, which I think it's always been around 1%. So it looks like they just changed the surfactant system, like they made it more conditioning, but I have to actually go to the store now and like find this new formula so I can actually try it out. But based off of what I just saw, it looks like they just changed the conditioner. So the protein is still in there, but they just changed like the conditioning agents in there. But I have to check it out because who knows? It might be better. Might be, might not. We'll see. But I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for letting me know. I did not know that. Okay, let's see. Good evening, Tanya. Love your hairstyle. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Any thoughts on silicone mix argan oil deep treatment? Silicone mix is a good brand. I think it's a Dominican brand, like a Dominican hair care brand. A lot of people use it for like, conditioning and deep conditioning. So I think it's a great deep treatment. I would definitely check it out for sure. I would even add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to enhance it. That's what I would do. So definitely check it out for sure. You got to share your vitamin regimen with us and the brands. My vitamin regimen, oh my gosh. Definitely an iron supplement. I take an iron supplement, Mega Food, the Mega Food Blood Builder. Take that. My multivitamin, it switches between Ritual and pure encapsulated multivitamin. I also take a separate biotin because I was deficient in biotin a few years ago. So now I take biotin every day. At least I try to, I remember. What else? Omega-3. Love a good omega-3 from Nordic Naturals. In my opinion, it's the best omega-3 brand. What else do I take? I just started taking magnesium glycinate, but I haven't been consistent with that. But my core, iron, a multi, and a biotin, and also a B complex, vitamin 2. So yeah. And the brands, once again, like Pure Encapsulation are like my go-to for my biotin and my B complex. Once again, my multivitamin switches between Ritual and Pure Encapsulations. And then my iron is Mega Food Blood Builder. Yep. All right, let's see. Next question. Oh, we got to 100 likes. Yay! Thank you so much for liking this video. All right, what time is it? 8:09. Okay, let's try to go for a few more minutes maybe, and then we'll hop off, or we'll just play it by ear. Hi, Tanya. Did you know that today is not only National Cookie Day, but it's also my birthday? Happy birthday to you. What is your name? 12345673976. That is your name here on YouTube. So happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Okay, let's see. Okay, I would sing to you, but I don't want to embarrass myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want this to go viral, nothing like that. No, but seriously, happy birthday to you. Okay, we're done. That's it. No, but seriously, happy birthday. I'm getting silly. Oh my gosh. Next question. Fab540 says, I answered that already. Do you think wide tooth combs are safer than the detangling brushes? Great question. It depends on the brand and the bristles. So the unbrushed detangling brush is fine. I don't think the bristles like that they're using are harmful to the hair. Now, if you go to the 99-cent store, that's a different story, right? But the unbrushed is a really good brand for like detangling, like detangling brushes. So I don't see that as a red flag there. So yeah, it just depends on the brand, in my opinion. All right, let's see. Next question. Aja 0715. With thick, tight coils, is it better to have your hair stretched / blown out or natural state for after moisturizing or wash and go? Great question. If I were you, and this is where it becomes a legit hair journey. When I tell you, it is literally trial and error. Because it's the trial and error that helps you learn what your hair likes. And that's why I always say Curly Chemistry 101, you always have to do what works best for your hair. Wash and goes, they cute for me, but I don't like them like that. I'm not really a wash and go girly because for me, I find that I get fairy knots and my hair breaks off. And maybe it's just the way I'm doing it. I don't know. But I just learned through trial and error. I'm not a wash and go girly. I'm more of a blowout girly. When I say blowout, like not like flat iron, but like we gonna blow dry and we gonna braid that bad boy up and be good. That works for my hair, right? So for you, you have to find what works best for you. If I were you, I would try all three. I would try wash and go for a week. Try blow out, stretched hair for a week. Try your natural state for a week. And whatever one you feel like, you know what, I actually like this over here, then go with that. Make sure that you are, once again, keeping up with your routine, moisturizing and sealing, shampooing, conditioning, protein, so your hair can thrive. But as far as like the state of the hair, that's more of a personal choice based off of what your hair likes. So if I were you, I would try both and go from there and see how your hair responds and go from there. Great question. What's the best hairstyles to use grease / pomade for? I get my best braid outs when I use grease. When I use a moisturizer or a styling cream with grease, for me personally, I get my best braid outs, my best twist outs, any type of like style, like braid out, twist out, buns. For me, I need gel for a good sleek bun, but like braid outs and twist outs, I feel like grease is great for. Who is it? Tamaya? I'm sorry, sis. 2072 says, what is the difference between a hydration mask and a moisturizing mask? Technically, they're the same thing. And the reason why I say is because this. When a brand is creating a product, they will use those terms interchangeably. It's the same thing. A hydrating mask, a moisturizing mask, and from a brand standpoint, right? They're going to do the job of moisturizing / hydrating the hair. But on a technical standpoint, those terms are different, right? So technically, hydrating products are the ones that do contain water and they go into the hair or into the skin. Whereas moisturizers are hair grease, oil, because what they're doing is they're acting as moisturizers, and moisturizers lock in water, they lock in moisture. So technically, those are the differences, but on an overarching scheme, we use it interchangeably. So you may hear me say, moisturize my hair every 2 days, because I've always said it. But on a technical term, there are some differences. But from a brand standpoint, whether you see hydrating or moisturizing hair mask shampoo, it's the same thing. It's designed to moisturize / hydrate the hair. I should probably do a video on that because there are some nuances there, but hopefully that helps. Just make sure water is the first ingredient, okay? If you see water as the first ingredient, that is a moisturizing / hydrating product. That's what I would be looking for. I don't care if the product say moisturizing or hydrating. Is water the first ingredient? Is aloe vera juice the first ingredient? Is rose water the first ingredient? That's what I'm looking for. Unless it says like a strengthening hair mask or restorative hair mask. Now we're talking protein. So that's what I would kind of look at. Okay, let's see. User 4C something says my hair seems to be getting thicker but not longer. Is that bad? Will it get longer eventually? Great question. It could be getting longer depending on your curl pattern. So if you have like a very tight curl pattern, for example, it's going to feel like your hair is not getting longer, but it really is. Excuse me. But because of your texture, it's so like you're not really seeing the length. So it could be that. The thickness is good. The thickness shows that your hair is, in a sense, thriving and becoming healthier. So that is a good sign, especially if your hair was not as thick before as it is now. So it could be your curl pattern making you think your hair isn't longer, but really it is. And you won't really know for real until you like stretch your hair, do a silk press, blow out your hair, for example. Or it could be breakage. It could be breakage where your hair is just breaking off, but you would know. So if you comb your hair, like when you detangle your hair, are you seeing short pieces of hair on the sink? If you're seeing short pieces of hair, then more than likely it is breakage and it is a moisture issue. But if you're not seeing that, then it's more so your curl pattern. Y'all got some great questions tonight. I am loving this live. I hope you guys are loving this live too. Okay, let's see. I answered that one already. Okay. Seven 93. Hi, Tanya. I'm fine. Dense, low porosity. Fine, dense, low porosity. 3B hair. Okay. Got it. I'm struggling with breakage and shedding since I moved to California from Sweden in August. I got a filter and Rev Air. What routine/products do you recommend? So you're dealing with breakage, definitely go for something moisturizing for sure. All the products I recommend are in my Amazon storefront below. Right now, my shampoo that I've been using, well, sort of, kind of, not really, but anyway, the As I Am shampoo. And I heard a lot of great things recently about the Design Essentials Honey Cream shampoo. That one's really good too. Conditioner wise, you can't go wrong with Cream of Nature Argan Oil Conditioner. That one's really good. Once again, all the ones I recommend are below in my Amazon storefront. I'm happy you got a filter because that's gonna make a big difference with your hair, but definitely focus on that moisture. That's gonna be key for sure. Shedding is normal. Excessive shedding is not. So if you notice like, oh my gosh, my hair is like coming out and like, what's going on here? Then we have an issue. You know, in that case, it could be iron related. A lot of times excessive shedding is tied to low iron. So it could be that. But like I said, shedding itself is normal. Apparently, not apparently, but you know, we do shed 50 to 100 strands a day, you know. So think about it too. Like how often do you comb your hair? Because if you don't comb your hair, let's say you only comb your hair every week. Once a week you comb your hair. By the time you do go to comb your hair, you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, my hair is falling out. But really it's not. You just have about like, let's say it's the max. You just have like maybe 600 to 700 strands of hair coming out in that space, which is normal, you know? So it depends on that too, like how often you comb your hair. Because if you don't comb it often, when you do comb it, it's going to seem like your hair is falling out when really it's just when really it's just shedded hair. Okay, let's see. Next question. Haskell Maureen says, hi, I use 12 beauty hair products mud mask before washing. I use the whole line. Could look it up. Tell me if it's a great product. By the way, I love your tea rinse. I use it once a week. Thank you so much. And it's funny you say that because I legit just got another order for the hair tea. So whoever just ordered hair tea, thank you so much. The link is below if you haven't already. So yes, I'm so happy you are loving the tea rinse. Let's look at this product that you're talking about though. The 12 mud mask. Let's see. Mud mask. Okay, here we go. Hopefully they got the ingredient list. You know how I am. Like, where's the ingredient list? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Dead Sea mud, halitracrosum flowers. Okay. Virgin olive oil. What do they got? Henna in here. Bentonite, clay, succinate acid, keratin, tea tree, jojoba, lavender. Okay, I mean the ingredients look really good. Ingredients look really good. I don't see anything in here like that's a red flag. But the fact that your hair is responding well to it, that's a really good sign. So, but no, I mean everything in here looks really good. Really good. Thank you for sharing that with me. I might have to check that out. Kim 8804. I appreciate that you emphasize the low. I can't even talk. I appreciate that you emphasize the moisture cycle. My partially gray post-menopausal low porosity coily hair goes dry and crunchy about 3 days after wash day. Yeah. So Kim D AA04, your moisture cycle is around that 2-3 day mark. So with that, on that third day, go ahead and moisturize and seal every 3 days. And then when your wash day comes, wash your hair. And then once again, on that third day, moisturize and seal. It's literally like it's a cycle. You know, like it is a cycle. So I love that you are discovering your moisture cycle, and I almost will guarantee you that you will see a huge difference in your hair as you keep up with your moisture cycle, especially length retention, especially softer, more manageable hair. So definitely keep that up. Great question. Pamela, hey Pamela. Pamela says, if I wash my hair weekly, can I use one of your tea bags for 2 wash days? That's a great question. So you wash your hair weekly, right? Can you use one of the tea bags for 2 wash days? That's a great question. So I'll say this. Typically, when you have leftover tea, I recommend putting it in the refrigerator. On average, it can stay around for another week or so. So you can probably get away with that. I always recommend doing like a fresh batch, like a fresh brew on your wash day. So what you could do, Pamela, if you want, for that extra tea that you have, instead of waiting until the following week, use that as the LCO method, where the tea is your L, like your liquid hydrating spritz, and then do your cream and then your oil. But like I said, I mean, I've seen some customers keep in their fridge for up to 7 to 10 days and be okay. So if you want to do that and try that, you can do that as well. Great question. Are rose and lavender hydrosols good to use as moisturizers? Yes, they are. They're good for your hair, your scalp, and your skin as well. All right. Hey, Lizzie. Lizzie says, hey, Tanya, I got the copper peptide serum, the blue and gold box from your Amazon store. My hair has been at a standpoint, so I got that one. Do you think that will help? Yes, absolutely. But once again, pair that with either, well, you didn't mention like alopecia or anything like that, so I'm not going to say dermarolling, but pair that with scalp massaging when you are using that treatment. That'll be really, really helpful. And if you can do scalp massaging every night, you know, a part of your like nighttime routine, that'd be helpful too, to get that blood circulation, because the copper peptides are going to reactivate the dormant follicles. So help it by doing scalp massages to get that blood flow, that oxygen to the follicle. I think that's going to help to maximize your results. Great question. Your thoughts. Blessed to have Aiden says, your thoughts on Tingle Teaser Chrome Ultimate Detangler Brush. What's the chrome? Is it like legit chrome? Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it is chrome. All righty then. Okay, let's see. I have this. I have the so I do have this upstairs, not the chrome one. I have a purple one. I don't use it very often, and I'm not saying this so you don't use your. I'm just saying me personally, because I want to be as real and authentic with you as possible. For me, for my hair type, I don't like the bristles. For me, I think there's too many of them. There's too many bristles, and they're too close together. So for me, as a detangling brush, I don't like it. Now the Tangle Teaser Y2 comb, that's my baby. I love that brush. I mean, that comb. I love that comb. Actually, I have 2 of them. I brought one a long time ago. I think I lost it, then I brought a second one, but I love that. I use it almost every day. But the Tangle Teaser detangling brush, I don't like it. I like the unbrush. But I still have this to say, try it, because your hair might like it. You know what I'm saying? So, but personally for me, I didn't like it, but your hair might like it. But hopefully that helps. All right, Priscilla. Priscilla says, what do you think of MSM, which is like a form of sulfur? When is it best to apply it, as a daily mist or in which step? I have high porosity hair. My hair loves that stuff. And hydrolyzed protein, what do you think of it? I think MSM is great. I think it's great for supporting hair growth for sure, especially when it comes to like improving blood circulation to the scalp. So as far as like how to use or how often to use it, you know, a daily mist can work. It depends on the product too. Like, are you using like actual, like, because I know back, I won't say back in the day, but like back in the early hair care days when we had long hair care form, which is still out here, people were actually taking MSM powder and putting it in water and like shaking it up and using it. So I don't know if people still do that or not. I did it too. I ain't gonna lie, I did it too. I had like the little yellow sulfur powder, but I digress. I didn't stick with it, but your hair loves it. So that's great. But I would say this, However you're currently using, that's fine. You know, like, especially if your hair is, doing well with it. It can be a daily mist, but for MSM, you want that on your scalp. It's okay for the hair, but you're going to get the best benefits when it's directly coming into contact with the pores and the follicles of your scalp. So in serum format or spritzing it directly on your scalp, massaging it in, that can be good. You can do that maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, somewhere around there. All right, let's see. All right. We're almost done. All right, I want to see where have you tried or heard of the Shea Moisture apple cider vinegar scalp serum? I have not. I think I've seen it, but I haven't tried it. What do you think is the best pre-poo method? The best pre-poo method? I'm always going to go with coconut oil. At least 30 minutes on the hair with a shower cap. Do it in sections. Detangle when you have that oil on your hair, and then put a shower cap on and leave that on for maybe like 20, 30 minutes. That's what I recommend personally. But everyone has different methods, but I like coconut oil as a pre-poo treatment. What's the good iron supplement that you might suggest using if you have low iron? Mega Food Blood Builder is really, really great. I love that. All right, let's see. Can I use the Apogee green tea reconstructor as a leave-in? And would greasing my scalp and applying sweet almond oil be too much? Yes, that'd be too much. The Apogee green tea reconstructor is a leave-in, so it's already formulated to be left on your hair. But as far as like greasing your scalp and sweet almond oil on the scalp, that might be too much. I would just pick one. Just pick one. If your scalp is really dry, I would go with the grease. Go with the grease, especially on your wash day for sure, or after you wash your hair. Can your scalp be healthy, but your hair is extremely dry? Absolutely. 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 So if your hair is extremely dry, that's more of a, once again, it could be a low iron thing, or it could be a product thing. Like you're just not using the right products. You haven't found the right product for your hair yet, or you're not using a sealant, or you're not being consistent with your moisturizing cycle or your moisturizing days. So it could be one of those. Imani Wilson says, I ordered my tea rinse Monday. Oh, good. So that means you got the BOGO. You got the BOGO. You got the BOGO, which your order is going out tomorrow. Just FYI, you should get tracking in your email tomorrow afternoon. I ordered my tea rinse Monday. Can't wait to receive and give it a try. With winter coming and going into hibernation mode, I am goal setting to be more consistent with my routine. I love that for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. And that's going to help you actually going into the new year with this new routine. So you're actually starting at a perfect time. So that's great. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Lizzie says, can you use copper peptides and grease like Indian hemp blue magic, but not at the same time? What will be best? I think that's what she said. So if hair growth is the goal, I would focus on the copper peptides. That's what I would do personally. Now, if you have like a dry scalp and you want to keep both products in your routine, I would probably do copper peptides on Monday and then maybe hair grease on Wednesday. Like you may have to like alternate the days when you do this routine together. But if you want to keep the hair grease in like on your scalp because you have a dry scalp, just alternate it. But if you don't have a dry scalp, then technically you don't need the grease on your scalp. Just focus on that copper peptide for hair growth. With seborrheic dermatitis, I've been told to stay away from oils. To be honest, my scalp doesn't really react to oils, but MCT oil is great. It's really great for scalp conditions like psoriasis and sebum. Okay. Oh, you're just saying. Okay, you're just saying. I don't think it was a question. You're just saying. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, for seborrheic dermatitis, yeah, I mean, to me, seborrheic dermatitis is like an aggressive version of dandruff. right? So with dandruff, I don't recommend oils at all because your scalp is already in that oily state unless it's tea tree oil, right? To kill that yeast. But yeah, I mean, I agree with the dermatologist or whoever told you that about oils and seborrheic dermatitis not mixing together. MCT oil is a very unique oil, so that could be an option for that. But definitely like avocado, olive oil, hair grease on seborrheic dermatitis. I wouldn't recommend it. What are your recommendations for breakage in the crown, moisture and sealing? I had some breakage up here, and what I did was I just really got in on like TLC in that area, like really moisturizing that area more. And then I think hair grease helped a lot with reducing breakage up there because I would apply either Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream or the Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In Conditioner, followed by hair grease in that crown area, and then the breakage just stopped and my hair just started growing out. So moisture, 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 moisture and seal for sure. Okay. You mentioned using heat protectants. Would you use that first, then add a leave-in? Great question. So when I do like my Revere, I will start with leave-in first and then heat protectant. I want my heat protectant to be the last thing, the final base on my hair before I apply heat to it. So leave-in and then heat, or then heat protectant. And then my leave-in is a liquid one. I don't use cream leave-in conditioners when I blow dry my hair because I want my hair to be as weightless as possible, right? So I'm doing Apogee green tea reconstructor spray, Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. Both of these are liquids, and then my heat protectant serum. That as my final base on my hair, and then I blow dry. That's what I do. Great question. Like your cutesy updo. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm surprised it's still lasting. I thought it fell down by now. Are there any good holding gels for gray hair? Holding gel, like edge control or like gel? Edge control, I like, I forget the name of it and I use it every single day. It's in the yellow jar. I have to Google it. Hold on. Hold, please. Let's see. Edge control, yellow jar. Shine and Jam. That's the one. I like the Shine and Jam Edge Control. I also like the, I think it's African Pride braiding gel. It's like a gold bronze little bottle, like little jar. That one's really good. As far as gel go, I like Aunt Jackie's Curl Elongating Gel. And then I also like Curlsmith Hydro Soap Jelly. That one's really good too. Great question. All right, next question. Are you guys still hanging out with me? Is this helpful still? Let me know. Put a yes in the chat if you guys are still rocking with me and we should continue. Ah. I will pause for a second. Let's see. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty then, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, where's the last question? Oh, shoot. Thank you for the likes and the hearts and the 100s. I so appreciate you. All right, answer that. Da, 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 da. What's your recommendation for the best way / method to detangle your hair to have length retention? I love that question. Because if you go crazy when you are detangling your hair, baby, you are going to break it off. You're going to break it off. So what I do, I think what has been key for me for length retention while I detangle my hair is sections. Sections. The smaller the sections, the better. The more sections you can do, the better. Now, you don't got to do like 10. You don't got to do that. Maybe do like 5, or maybe like 4, but like 4, 5, 5, but sections are going to be key. So that's the first thing I would say, section your hair. The first thing. The second thing I would say is pick your detangling tool, like your tool. Is this going to be a wide tooth comb or detangling brush? Me, I'm going for my Tangle Teezer wide tooth comb. Most cases, I'm grabbing that, right? The next thing, which is probably like the most important thing, is what is your detangling product? Are you going to use a cream, a liquid? You know, me, I be grabbing the liquid. I be grabbing the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner, okay? And then if my hair is really tangled up, I will even put a little bit of oil. Like I will use my heat protectant because my heat protectant contains silicone. I like silicone. Me and silicone are friends. We are friends. So I will add a little bit of silicone over the liquid leave-in conditioner on my hair. I got it in sections and I'm just taking my time from the ends, work my way up. If I come across a snag, I will put that comb down, put it down, put the comb down, and I'll just like take my time with my fingers, get through that little knot, and then I'll go pick up my comb and go do 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 do. Once that part is sectioned and detangled, I will twist it up, 2-strand twists, and then go to the next section and repeat that same process. Never detangle your hair when you are tired, when you are in a rush, and when you are angry. Never. Never, 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 never. You want to make sure that you are in a good mental space. For real. You have to be in a good mental space, baby. Put a movie on. Put some Sade on, okay? I've been into Sade lately. Put you some Sade on, okay? And a movie, and just take your time with it. So that's my recommendation. Hopefully that helps. I might do a video. Do y'all want to see a video of me detangling my hair? I don't think I've ever done a video of me detangling my hair, but I think it could be helpful because I can actually see what I do and all the things. So I might do that. I might do that. Can you recommend good high porosity products? I have a whole high porosity hair care product list on my Amazon storefront, sis. So definitely check it out. The link is below. But off the dome, man, I would say you want a moisturizing shampoo for sure. I would try the Design Essentials Honey Cream Shampoo. As for a moisturizer, go for the Chemic Biologics Amla Heavy Cream. That one's so good. I can't use it because it's too heavy for me. But that was a good product for high porosity hair. And then a conditioner, you might want a mask. Like if you have thick, high porosity hair, you may want like an actual mask. It's a conditioner, but it's thick enough to be a mask. Design Essentials Almond Butter Conditioner, that one's good. Shea Moisture Manuka Honey Mask is really good too. Even though I think they changed the formula lately, it could be me, but I think they changed that formula. So I don't know if I want to keep recommending that or not, but you can try it. But definitely those are recommended. But check out the Amazon storefront below. I have a whole section for high porosity and low porosity hair as well. Okay. How do you protect your ends and moisturize it? How do you protect your ends and moisturize it to not cause it to dry out? The same way I've been saying, like moisturize your ends. Like when I moisturize my hair, I focus on the length of it, but I always do extra attention to my ends because the ends of our hair are the oldest part, and I always say they are the first to go. So I might put a little extra dab of my moisturizer on my ends, like the last 2 or 3 inches of my hair. They're gonna get a little bit extra moisturizer, a little bit of extra grease, a little bit extra oil, because they need that moisture. They are the most porous part of the hair. They don't hold moisture in very well. So ITLC. As far as protecting the ends, I mean, you can do like protective styles. You can do buns like this to keep the ends in. You can do braid outs, just be very careful how you style your hair, but I think the biggest thing is just not brushing it like crazy because that's going to damage your hair. Comb your hair like crazy, that's going to damage your hair. And keeping it moisturized. That's what I would say. And check your iron levels. Check your iron levels too. That's important. All right, let's see. Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Wendy says, I've been using Fantasia Icy Brazilian Hair Oil Keratin Treatment as a sealant When I need something lighter that still elongates, but it has formaldehyde in it, should I worry? Ooh, great question, Wendy. So here's the thing about formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, we use it in formulations because it does, in a sense, help to preserve the product, right? It kills off all the nasties in the product, or that could be in the product. When we use formaldehyde, and honestly, a lot of chemists, a lot of brands are kind of getting away from using formaldehyde. Formaldehyde at one point was like it was used a lot. Now we're kind of getting away from it. But I will say this, formaldehyde in formulations are in the formula very low percentage. I'm talking like 0.001%, super low. So would I be concerned? No, I wouldn't, because apparently there's formaldehyde in our air. Newsflash. There's a little teeny bit of formaldehyde that we breathe in every day. You know, it's all about the percentage. It's all about the amount that we are taking in, right? So because that formula has formaldehyde, once again, at like 0.001%, it's not causing like any effect or any harmful effect, you know? I did a whole video on this, actually. There was another brand that had, was it Tresemme? I think it was a Tresemme video I did back in the day about formaldehyde, because they were going to court and all the stuff. And I was not pleading their case, but I was asked about the ingredient and I was talking about it there. But look for that video, sis. I talk more about it there. But I wouldn't be concerned about it. But if you don't want to use it anymore, that's fine too. You know, so you got options. You got options. Great question. Thank you guys for the likes and the hearts. The likes and the hearts, the likes and the hearts. All right, Lynn Renee says, how do you properly twist your ends? I'm struggling braiding my, twist your ends? I'm struggling braiding my ends. Braiding my ends. I'm learning how to braid my own natural hair with no extensions, and I'm struggling on my ends. On your ends? I don't understand. So are you mean like, are you adding in? Oh, you said no extensions. Okay, so you're just braiding your hair and your end, like braiding it when it gets like down to that, because it's like the ends. I twist. Like when I'm braiding my hair and I get to a point in my ends where I can't braid anymore, I will twist. I would just do 2-strand twist and do a little ba, and we good. Because ain't nobody got time to be trying to be get like, who got time for that? So no, we gonna twist it up. Little 2-strand twist at the bottom, and we're gonna do a little and be good. You can get you some gel to make get you some gel and have like you cute little curly ends, boo boo. I mean, there's a ways to do this, so that's what I would do. But then I'm not a stylist, so see what the girlies on YouTube are doing. But that's what I would do. Just do a little and you get to go. The sound effects come out after dark, y'all, so bear with me. All right, let's see. Who's next question? Ajane. I'm butchering your name, sis. Ajay Smun 0715. Forgive me, because I don't know what I'm reading right now. Hi, Tanya. Hey, girl. What do you think of Dermazen products like there? I've heard of Dermazen. No red flags there. I think that line is a really good line. No red flags. I would definitely check it out for sure. Look at the reviews, look at past customers, how they experienced it. Look for YouTube reviews too, and then go from there. Great question. Okay, let's see. Thank you guys for the like. Has everyone in here who's watching me, has everyone liked the video? Has everyone hit the like button? Just asking, just curious. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll down. I'm getting silly. All right. Whitney. Whitney says, hey girl, hey. For a high porosity gal, what's your top 3 tips for winter? And 2 top hair creams and butter. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking about the butters. One I have in my mind. I'm trying to think of the second one that I would recommend. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was in my head, talking to myself in my head. Butters, Chemic Biologics Amla Heavy Cream, and then Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In, hands down. hands down. As far as like top 3 tips for winter, definitely keep up with your deep conditioning. Deep condition at least twice a month. If you can do that, that'd be great. Especially since you have high porosity hair, if you can get a steamer, that's the second tip. Number 1, increase deep conditioning. Number 2, get a steamer if you don't have one already. Third one, I would say, I would try a hot oil treatment. Like, I think hot oil treatments are so underrated. And I keep talking about doing a video on it, but like these old school methods that our mama and grandmama did back in the day, they work. That's why I'm so glad hair grease is becoming more in the conversation now. Because 5 years ago, you said something about a hair grease, baby. You were about to be burned at the stake here in the natural hair care community. Okay. But hot oil treatments are great, especially for high porosity hair. You know, so those will be like my top 3 tips for the winter for high porosity hair. Great question. Okay. If I missed your question, if you are still in here, okay, and you're like, girl, where's my, you answer my question, put it in the chat, please. I am at the bottom now. So if I did not see your question, put it in the chat. All right. Shalina Reddick, $58.99. You are absolutely amazing. Greatly appreciate it. I'm always sharing the knowledge you give. Oh, yay. And I love your tea. Yay. I brought it when it first dropped. I usually use it every few days when I moisturize. Yes, I love that. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so happy that you are loving the tea. I am so excited. So excited. Thank you, sis. Okay. Fat 540. Have you seen Apogée's Curlific line for texture hair? I just bought a conditioning treatment. Hope it's as good as their other products. I heard of their Curlific line. I haven't used it, but I've heard good things about it. So you let me know. You let me know how you like it. But I haven't used it, but I've heard good things about it. Okay, let's see. Rose Shannon says, what is the best semi-permanent color to cover gray type 3B hair that won't change the texture but will last for a while? I can't really comb my hair without wetting it, which rinses the color out. Yeah, so I mean, there's always like the store-bought ones like Clariol, for example. But if you want something more natural, I mentioned earlier, I guess it's some sort of semi-permanent, about the brand Henna Souk. They're using like henna for dyeing the hair, especially for gray hair. Henna Souk, henna, HENNA, Souk, SOOQ.com. They got brown, they got red, they got black, they got dark brown. You got options, you know? So I would definitely check them out for sure. When you say deep conditioner, do you mean like leave it in for a while? Yeah, but also like increase it. Like if you only deep condition once a month, do it twice a month. Like add that extra deep conditioner somewhere in your routine. Are hot oil treatments different than pre-poo? Yes. So pre-poo treatments are more of a pre-shampoo treatment. You know, what pre-poo treatments do, they help to reduce that moisture overload I was talking about earlier, but it also helps. Yeah, it helps your shampoo not be so harsh on the hair as well. And I just find that when I pre-poo, detangling in the shower is just so much easier. So it makes your wash day so much easier. Hot oil treatments are more so for like the softness and for hydration after you get out the shower. Like you maintain that hydration and all that moisture from the shower, because a hot oil treatment locks that moisture in and it smooths the cuticle and softens the hair. So it makes your styling and your leave-in process and everything after you got the shower so much more better in a sense. And your hair is softer too, like the next day. So in my opinion, those are like the biggest difference between pre-pooing and hot oil treatments. That's a video. I need to talk about that more. Pre-poo. I can't even spell. Pre-poo versus hot oil treatment. It's written down. All right. Hello, good night. I'm going to start saying that. Hello, good night. I am trying to grow my hair. I live in wash and goes. How can I incorporate a moisturizing method for wash and go? Love that question. So Wash and goes are unique, right? Because you have to be mindful of the type of product that you're using because you don't want to weigh their curls down. You want to keep it in that wash and go springy curly state, right? So what I do or what I recommend is doing LO, liquid oil, liquid oil, light oil, because once again, you don't want to weigh that wash and go down. So let's say you wash and go your hair on Sunday. By Monday, your hair should still feel pretty good. Maybe by Tuesday, your hair feels pretty good too. But typically by Wednesday, Thursday, your hair might be a little on the crunchy, dry side, right? So what you are going to want to do is spritz your hair with a little bit of water or my tea rinse, for example, or even a liquid leave-in conditioner. You want a lightweight product, like a liquid product, and that's going to be your hydrator. And then you want to take like a lightweight oil. This can be argan. Well, argan's a little bit on the medium side, but I would say maybe argan, jojoba, or grapeseed. Put that in your hand and kind of fluff that into your wash and go because you're trying to maintain your curls too. So you don't want to just douse your hair with these heavier products. So a lightweight oil to lock in that spritzy moisturizer we were just talking about. That's what I would do if you have a wash and go, personally. That's how we do. And then also, once again, check out the girlies here on YouTube and see what they're doing to keep their hair moisturized in between their wash days when they do wash and goes. Great question. Hopefully that helps. I answered that question already. Blessed to have Aiden. If you talked about the DM because I saw that it is an IVG provitamin. I'm glad you talked about the DMDM hydantoin, like the preservative. Or that's the pH. No, that's the preservative. Or is that the pH adjuster? I think it's the preservative. Okay. I saw that it is in the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner. Is it in there? Let me see. Pro Vitamin Leave-In Apogee. Let's see. I think it is in here. Oh, it is in there. Yeah, it is. Very last ingredient. Yep. So yeah. But yeah, once again, that is completely fine. It's in there to help preserve the product, and it's in there at a very, very low amount. So no red flags there. Now, if it was like the fifth ingredient, or excuse me, like 5% in the formula, then we got an issue, but we're good. I'm so glad you saw that video because that one is a really good one for sure. Okay, let's see. Hi, Tanya. Can we steam our hair with oil on it, or will it end up cooking my ends? Or what can I have on our hair while we steam it? Great question. So for steaming your hair, I would say I would definitely say like a conditioner, a deep conditioner, in my opinion, are best when it comes to like steaming your hair. I don't know if it's still out here, but there was once a hooded dryer that was actually like a steamer. And I actually had one like back in the day. I don't know if they even make them anymore. Maybe they do, but I would use that when I would do like my deep conditioning treatments, and it was amazing. So that's what I would recommend steaming with, conditioners or deep conditioners. I love your sound effects. Thank you. Someone just brought another hair tea. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I hope you love it. I hope you love the tea. Okay, I'm getting silly for real. Okay, next question. I answered that. What is the yes listed after my name? I don't know, Pamela. I don't see a yes. I don't see yes. I see number 3. Like you're like the third most active in the chat, but I don't see a yes after your name. Is it okay to, we're almost done, guys. Is it okay to deep condition after wash? Wait, is it okay to deep condition every wash day? That's a great question. It depends on the formula and it depends on your hair. If your hair is like really brittle, really, really dry, you will benefit from deep conditioning every wash day, especially if it's like a weekly wash day. That's completely fine. But it depends on your hair. Depends on your hair, honestly. And honestly, I know people who deep condition every week and their hair is flourishing. Like their hair actually likes that. So I would try it and see how your hair responds to it. If you find that is too much, which I doubt, you can do like twice a month or once a month. But since we're going to the winter months, I would say at least, try to do at least twice a month if you can. Hi, Candy here. Hi, Candy. I'm a flat iron natural. What is a daily moisturizer I can use daily that won't wreck my style, ruin the body? Ooh, girl, that's hard. That's hard because you want that swish, 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 right? But it's like you have to also keep your hair moisturized. So that's the hard part. So, man, that's tough. Here's what I do. Okay, because I don't flat iron my hair. I flat iron my hair maybe twice a year, maybe 3 times a year, if that. So the first thing I do before I even have a flat iron touch my hair is I get a really good deep conditioner. I mean, the most juiciest deep conditioner I can find because I need that moisture to kind of be in my hair for the amount of time I want to keep my silk press in. When I get a fresh silk press, like my hair moves with the wind, ain't no cream, ain't no liquid coming on it. Okay? Because I'm trying to maintain that style. But I did that really juicy deep conditioner. So my hair is still in a pretty decent state, right? So the first week, 2 weeks, I can actually get away without putting any liquid on my hair. Now, I will put a little bit of oil. That helps. And the reason why I think that helps because if there is any level of moisture in your hair prior to flat ironing, once again from that deep conditioner, that lightweight oil that you could put on your hair will help to keep your hair moisturized. It has to be lightweight though. I will even use a heat protectant as a oil serum for my silk press hair because most heat protectants are very like lightweight. Like they're like very lightweight silicone. So that can be a great way to keep your hair moisturized while you are in that silk pressy state, right? So that's what I do. But by week 3, 4, at that point, I start putting cream on my hair. This is when I start rocking my braid outs. So I don't know if you guys saw my newest reel I did today. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, definitely follow me on Instagram. But I'm trying to see if I can post it or show you guys without the music playing because YouTube will flag me. But you see that's this style? That's me with a 3 or 4 week old silk press. So you see how my hair is textured. I have a braid out. I'm able to put that cream in my hair because at this point, silk press is over, but I can still rock a really sleek braid out. So that's what I do. And what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm putting hair grease on my hair. So I will put the actual product on my hair here, but this is after week, like I said, 3 or 4 of the silk press. So you see how my braid out is like it's like a silky braid out. I'm not doing this on week 1 or week 2, but after 3, 4, we doing that. So y'all can check this video out on Instagram, curly.chemistry, but that's what I do. So first 2 weeks is strictly like a lightweight oil. That 3rd and 4th week, I transfer over to start using creams back into my regimen, but I'm rocking a really cute braid out. That's what I do. So hopefully that helps. Great question. Okay, let's see. Wait. How much water do you drink to stay hydrated? I need to increase my water intake. You're supposed to drink what, 8 glasses of water a day, but I need to do better because I'm over here drinking good old sweet tea. So 8 glasses of water is the thing, but I think it's also based off of your body mass too. But I need to do better because yeah. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia says, it's been a great informative night. Everyone have a great night. Thank you, Sylvia, for being here. Can I use ordinary caffeine on my hair? You know what? I want to say yes, but I'm kind of nervous. So let's look at the formula. Let's look at the formula together. Let's look at it together. Okay, so they have 5% in here. What else is in this formula? You can use at your own discretion. Okay, so there's maltodextrin in here. There's glycerin, propanediol. Ooh, there's epigallocatechin It's an organic compound found in green tea. It's actually in my hair tea too. And basically it helps to reduce excessive shedding and prolong the hair growth phase. So I like that they have this in here. I'm surprised they're not marketing this as a hair serum. Hyaluronic acid, moisture. We love that. They have melanin in here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, personally, off the record, I would say you can use it if you want, go for it, but use it at your own discretion. Is that the word I'm trying to find? Discretion? Use at your own your own risk. I don't want to say risk because it's nothing bad about the formula, but I feel kind of weird recommending things that are not marketed for hair, but technically. So that's all I got to say. All right, next question. Oh shoot, we have a lot of questions. I thought I was done. Okay, wait a minute. Where are we? Did you ever share the info on your wig? Girl, I can't find the packaging. All I know is that It's a Wig. The company is called It's a Wig. But what is the name of the wig? Like, what is her name? Let's see if I can find it really quick. I doubt it, but I'm optimistic. We're going to try. Oh, gosh. But it's called It's a Wig. Like the brand is It's a Wig. But I do not know the name of it. I'm so sorry. I got to do better at like remembering the names. But the wig that she's talking about, I don't think I even have a video on it. Let me see if I can find the picture really quick. The wig that you're talking about is, gosh darn it. Here it is. I'm like in an LL Cool J video from the 90s. This one, that wig. What's on my face? Okay, this wig, right? It's a wig, but I don't know the name. So just look for wavy hair. It's like, and I don't think I cut this. Did I cut this hair? I don't think I cut it. But look for wavy hair. It's a lace front wig by the brand It's a Wig. So if you see hair that look like this by It's a Wig, that's the wig. Okay. That's all I got. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Favorite oils for hot oil treatment, VO5 and sweet almond oil. What's your number one deep conditioner? Number one deep conditioner? Devonese Nunu hair mask. Devonese. Or just type in Nunu, N-O-U hair mask. That stuff is so good. It's a slip is insane. So Devonese Nunu hair mask. I love that stuff. Is red light therapy good for hair or just for the scalp? Mainly for the scalp, for sure, because you want to activate the follicles and you want to activate the dormant follicles. So ideally for the scalp, not so much for the hair itself, but for the scalp. Not so much for the hair, but definitely for the scalp. Did you answer if you had a launch date yet? That was a question. I don't have a launch date yet. It's coming out very soon. But okay, so for those who may or may not know, and here's the thing, for 113, 12, 11, 10 people on here, I'm telling y'all because someone just asked, but I haven't announced it officially that I'm extending the Curly Chemistry hair care line. Because you guys know I have the hair tea. But in the new year, we're coming out with some more products. But I haven't announced it like officially. Like I haven't made a video. I haven't like I've only said it like in like small spaces like here. But do I have a launch date yet? Not yet. I will say this. We are in the process of ordering the raw materials. So once we get the raw materials, then my manufacturer is going to start to create all the things, fill the bottles, So we are literally in the very early stages. But once I get more information and get like an actual set date, then I will share that launch date for you guys. But stay tuned. Stay tuned. And it's so funny you asked that because I legit just got the labels today. I can, let me show my address. I got the labels today. Of course, I will reveal them very soon, but it's coming along. We're getting there. So stay tuned. All right. Okay, guys, we're almost done. We're almost done. What's the difference in steaming and a hot heated turbine? Great question. So the hot heated turbine is more like indirect heat, right? Like, because I've seen the ones where you might warm them up in the microwave or they're electric, right? So, excuse me, you're getting indirect heat, but the steamer, the steam itself is actually touching the hair and it's getting on the scalp, and you got that water mixed with that steam, that heat. So you're getting more of a richer moisturizing treatment with a steamer versus a hot heated turbine. Both are fine, but you will get more moisture and more product penetration from the actual steamer itself. Great question. I think we're almost done, gang. I wanted to ask about blow drying. Should I blow dry after leaving conditioner or after oil? Because I heard somewhere that blow drying with oil is frying your hair. No, it's not true. But I will say this too. The type of blow dryer you use does matter. So I recommend doing, like I said, a liquid leave-in conditioner and a heat protectant. Silicones, I think, are the best heat protectants. Personally, that's just my opinion. But if you use a lightweight silicone like Fantasia Icy, for example, you won't be like frying your hair. And just make sure the blow dryer is not on high. Like that's big too. So yeah, but that's how I would do. Liquid, leave-in, and then lightweight, heat protect it, and then go ahead and blow dry your hair. Do it in sections. That just makes it so much easier, and the process a lot quicker too. Are hot oil treatments before or after washing your hair? After. A lot of times people use them before they condition or after they condition the hair. So yeah, but definitely after for sure. I wish I can stretch my silk press, but my scalp don't be feeling that, girl. I understand. Okay, like after like week 3 or 4, I have to wash my hair. I have to. Got to do it. Got to. Should I throw out the rinse after a week? After a week, I would after a week, I would say this. I would look at it first. I would smell it. If it doesn't smell like it should, I would throw it away for sure. Because the hair tea does not have any preservative. Like it's all natural. Everything in it is organic, natural. Like you're getting straight up tea, right? Like herbal tea for the hair. But if you smell it and it smells kind of off, I would throw it away and just make a fresh batch for sure. Are you on Instagram next Thursday? Yes, Lizzie, I am. Yep, next Thursday at 7 p.m. I'm so ready to try your other products. Yes, I'm excited too. I'm excited. So excited. So excited. How was your day today? It was good. It was a pretty good. I feel like it went by really fast day. But it's been a pretty good day. I just can't believe the week is almost over with. Like tomorrow's Friday. So, but it's been a pretty good day. I'm so happy for your hair care line. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. I'm excited too. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, because it's one thing I always say is one thing when you're helping people start hair care lines, but it's another thing when it's your hair care line. I just put a lot of pressure on myself, and then not to mention I am a chemist, a cosmetic chemist, so that also adds pressure, But yeah, but I'm excited. I will say this though, like I almost said one of the products, because I don't want to reveal exactly what it is yet, but I will say that one of the products literally took me like 21 trials to get it to where I needed to be. Like I didn't stop after trial 3, 5, 10, 15, 17. I was like, nope, this ain't it. Nope, this ain't it. Nope, this ain't it. Nope. And I'm so picky because all I deal with is products every day. So I know what to look for. I know what you guys want. I know. because I hear you guys every single day. And I'm like, nah, this ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. So I'm pretty sure my manufacturer was probably like, oh, this girl. But it had to be right. Ain't no way I'm going to put curly chemistry on a bottle and it not be right. No. So 21 trials, one of the products took, but we got it. Okay, I digress. All right, next question. Great live. Have a great weekend. Bye, Fab 540. Thank you for being here. Have a great weekend, sis. Okay, we're almost done. Hey, girl, hey, what is a good shampoo that will clarify thick, coarse 4B4C hair that would not dry out the scalp? Great question. Check out K18 Peptide Prep Detox Shampoo. K18 Peptide Prep Detox. I think it's like charcoal detox shampoo. That one's really good. Another good one. You can also do ACV rinses as a clarifier. 2 tablespoons of ACV, 2 cups water. That can be a at-home DIY clarifying treatment, you know. Or what's it called? ORS. Is it ORS? Yes, ORS aloe shampoo. That's another good one too. So yeah, great question. All right. I've been using Biolage Hydrosource shampoo and my scalp is still flaky. After using that, and sometimes I don't think, girl, and sometimes I don't think my, okay. So your scalp is still flaky. So is it because it's drying out? Because that's the formula I think I read earlier that had the sulfates in it. So you may need to just use a different shampoo altogether because it could be drying your scalp, especially if it's flaky. And then you feel like it doesn't clean, which is so interesting because sulfates do a good job at cleansing the hair. So what I would do if I were you, you can stick with that if you want, if you like it, you can, but get a scalp exfoliating brush, like a silicone exfoliating brush. The one I have upstairs is by the brand Pacifica. It's like a green and pink exfoliating shampoo brush. So that's what I use. So I will shampoo my hair, like add the shampoo to my hair, and I'll take that brush and do my sections. Like I have like 4 quadrants or 1, 2, 4. And I'll just do, with that shampoo brush. And that helps to remove any product buildup, any dead skin cells. So sometimes you just kind of need to have that extra tool to get rid of that buildup off your scalp. So that's what I recommend. Can we freeze the rinse and use it later when we need or just best to drink? Oh, no, you can absolutely freeze it for sure. Absolutely freeze it. That'd be a good idea. Like put it into ice cubes, like an ice cube tray. That might work too. Just saying, like little thing of, and just let them thaw out. But yeah, absolutely. You can definitely freeze it for sure. All right. And you got, okay, so people who have the tea rinse, you should have gotten an ebook that goes with it, the herbal manual, like herbal wellness manual. Definitely be sure to read that because there's different add-ons that you can add to the tea to enhance it on your wash day, or even like when you're spritzing your hair in between your wash days. So definitely check out the manual. There's like a lot of like little tips and tricks on how you can like make the tea even better. I might have to update that because I don't think I mentioned anything about like freezing the tea, so I might have to update that manual. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Update tea. All right. Let's see. Anything I miss? What's the deal? Amodimethicone. I'm not heat damaged, but I heard it's good. Amodimethicone it's a great ingredient. It's probably one of my favorites. It is a silicone-based ingredient, but it's a water-based silicone. So it rinses off very easily, but it gives you amazing slip, amazing detangling. Like I love it. Like if I have any like hair care people on here who are starting their own hair care brands, look into amodimethicone for your conditioner or your hair mask. That'd be really great, a great addition, but it's amazing. I love that ingredient. And I think it's in I think it is in the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner, which is why I love it so much. Favorite oils for hot oil treatment, sweet almond, jojoba, and VO5. Your skin looks great. What is your regimen? Thank you. I literally, I only use like maybe 3 or 4 products. I use the Biore charcoal cleansing bar. I use for moisturizer, I use Anua. It's like a Korean product, ANUA, peach water serum. Love that stuff. In the shower, when I exfoliate, I use Dermalogica Daily Exfoliant. Love that. That helps to kind of give my skin like glow and get rid of dead skin cells. The peach water serum does help too with the glow too. For breakouts, I use tea tree oil. Like I will take straight up tea tree oil and like dab it on the bump or the pimple, and it goes away in like a day or 2. That's it. That's all I use. Like, yeah, I don't even have like a 10-step, 15-step routine. Like I just keep it simple as possible, and I use what works and I stick with it. So that's it. Let's see. What's a good humectant beside glycerin and aloe vera because I'm allergic? Sodium lactate, hyaluronic acid, honey. Those are great. All right, gang. Let's see. What else I'm missing? What do you do if you notice tears, or holes along your hair shaft? Ooh, usually, and that's a term called hair bubbling. That usually happens when wet hair comes into contact with high heat. So usually what happens is if you like flat iron your hair, right? And your hair's like on a damp side, or even if you use a flat iron like way too high, that can lead to hair bubbling. So it could be that, or it could be something where like maybe you brushed your hair too hard, or something happened where it was like where it got damaged. But usually it is heat related, or like I said, like how you comb and brush your hair related. Some type of manipulation was done that caused that. Girl, this is the time to be a perfectionist. Get your stuff right and don't worry about those people. You're right. You're so right, Imani. You're so right. You're so right. I was like, no, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. So I'm glad that we got it. A young 6424 girl, it's going to be great because of your consistency and not just settling for anything. Thank you. I appreciate that. I received that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Any other questions? Whitney says, hey girl, hey, hope this is not a dumb question. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Not here at Curly Chemistry. There's no such thing as a dumb question. I put 2 tablespoons of ACV in your tea. That's not killing the vitamin. No, no, not at all. Just make sure that with the tea, you are doing 2 cups of the tea. Like there's at least 2 cups of tea to the 2 tablespoons of ACV. So that's fine. You're good. You're absolutely good. So proud of you. Thank you for sharing your wealth of knowledge with us. I'm greatly anticipating your product line. Thank you, Rose, Shannon. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Hey, do you have any specific, I hate that word. I'll be saying Pacific Ocean, but a specific. I still don't like it. Do you have any specific tips for the fine hair girlies? I feel like we are overlooked often. Yes. So for the fine hair girlies, you are gonna want gel cream like products. Aussie Moist Miracle Curls Leave-In Conditioner is one of the products I recommend a lot for people who have fine hair. It's a leave-in conditioner, but you can use it as a moisturizer. So liquids, gel creams, avoid butters, avoid heavy, thick creams because it's going to weigh your hair down. Lightweight oils would be key. Grapeseed, jojoba, I'm trying to, argan oil maybe, but definitely grapeseed and jojoba for sure, like for locking in moisture. And just be very gentle with your hair. You know, whether you're doing it, if you're getting braids, like whatever, just be very gentle with your hair. Like literally treat your hair like silk. Can I buy the tea just to drink it? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can. I like it with a tablespoon or 2 of honey, just to sweeten it just a little bit. Thank you for a great live session. Looking forward to your product line. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Jacqueline, for being here. All right. Hey, new here. I have semi-color rinse question. Every time I color and rinse out my hair, it feels really dry. Like I just did a protein treatment. I usually have to do a gentle wash and deep conditioner. Yeah. So the thing about color, especially like the traditional semi-color treatments, they will dry your hair out. Okay. So what you want to do, definitely, I think what you're doing is good, like the deep conditioning. So definitely keep that up. I would try to incorporate a hot oil treatment in that space. I was going to say steam, but that might help too, actually. Maybe steam, but definitely hot oil treatment for sure. And that'll help to soften the hair and keep more moisture in your hair. I don't know what your moisture cycle is. Like, do you moisturize and seal your hair in between your wash days? Because you might want to start doing that as well to reduce that dryness. But definitely the hot oil treatments, the deep conditioning, that's going to be key for sure, especially since you just colored your hair. And then also because the structure of your hair was slightly modified to get that color into the hair and past the cuticle and into the cortex, you may want to do a protein treatment as well. This a lightweight protein treatment would be fine. K18 is good. Olaplex or Apogee 2 minute, not 2-step, 2 minute. All right. What do you think of Glow Melanin products, soap and moisturizing brightening? I think I've seen that before. I haven't tried it, but I've heard good things about it. Really good things about it. Hey, Tanya, any new information on using products with dimethicone? I'd like, you're welcome, sis. Any new information on using products with dimethicone? I'd like to try the Matrix Food for Soft Shampoo and Conditioner. Any information? I mean, no information that I know of. I mean, dimethicone is still one of those great ingredients, especially for like softness and detangling. So if you're seeing it in the, more than likely it's going to be in the conditioner. I can't see it being in the shampoo, but if you see it in the conditioner, that means slip. Now, of course, it depends on the formula, but I don't see that as a red flag. So I would definitely try it for sure. Bye. Blessed to have Ada. Have a good night. What products do you use on your hair? Your hair has really grown and looked great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So I think definitely, oh gosh, I think it's really just low maintenance and leaving my hair alone has been a big game changer for me. Keeping up with my moisture cycles for sure. Moisturizing my hair every 2 days. Grease has been helpful. I made if you saw my Instagram reel I just posted, I just talked about how grease has helped me with length retention. Once again, I always put grease as the last step of my moisturizer. I never put grease just on my hair, just without anything. There needs to be some type of water-based product first on my hair and then the grease. But that has helped a lot with length retention. Also, and this is kind of like a, what's the word? My brain is going. It's how I know it's time to go. Oh gosh, what's the word I'm trying to think of? What's the word when it's like, oh, that might be, you shouldn't say that because that's, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you shouldn't say that because that's controversial. Thank you, Lord. That'd be like controversial, but I think stretching my hair has helped me a lot too. Stretching my hair, using the Revere has helped me a lot too with length retention as well. So that's what I think for sure has helped me the most. Definitely, I love my tea rinse. You know, definitely check it out. But yeah, I just try to keep it simple. Keep it simple as possible. All right, gang, we're gonna log off and like, let's do maybe 2 more questions, then we're gonna hop off. Are you low porosity? I am mainly low porosity, but then I have a little bit of high porosity in the crown. As far as the grease go, I put grease on my scalp, but it's always too much. You might need a lightweight grease. Like I would try Do Grow extra light hair grease. It's like a orange and black letters on the bottle. I would try that. How long is your hair now? Last time I checked, it's a little bit past my bra strap. Let's see. It's so hard for me to leave my hair alone. I love playing in my hair. I get it. I get it. I get it. What is one of the water-based products you use? I tend to use water, but I think I need to use something else first before using hair grease. So if you're gonna use, so you might want to do LCG, liquid cream grease. I don't know if you have fine hair or not. I don't remember if you mentioned that or not, but sometimes, a lot of times, water alone will not do it. The water-based product I use as my liquid is the Apogee Pro Vitamin Leave-In Conditioner, and then I'll use a cream, and then I'll use hair grease. And the cream could be Apogee Shea Pro Leave-In or Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream. Yeah, in that order, LCG. I don't think I've done an LCG video. I've done LCO and LOC, but I haven't done an LCG video. I should talk about that. The time is 9:26. Is it really? Wow. I thought it was like 8:30. I thought it was 8:30. We're almost done. We are almost done. The Glow Melanin has good. Yeah. So I've seen the formula before because I actually was starting to buy something from there, but I just changed my mind because I just didn't want to buy anything. The ingredients are fine. I think they're using a lot of like kojic acid and turmeric in their products, which are great natural ingredients to brighten the skin. So yeah. I think we're good. I think I got all the questions. I honestly don't know how to style my hair when it's stretched. I'm lost. When my hair is stretched, I either do buns, braid outs, or twist outs. Flexi rods are an option too. Perm rods are an option too. But honestly, I would just start looking on videos here on YouTube and see what the other girlies are doing. Because you can get so many styling ideas here on YouTube alone. So you may just kind of have to do some YouTube search style videos just to kind of see like, like, you know, like which ones do I feel like would work for me? So that's what I would do. One thing I know about your one thing I know about your product is that it will definitely have silicone in it. Am I wrong? Ooh, will it have silicone? We're at the see. I say nothing, Janice. My lips are sealed. All right, let's see. Gates Family 3470. I appreciate you. I saw a 12-year-old video. Oh my gosh, of yours on Google regarding using dimethicone products. You were so informative even way back then. Thank you. 12 years ago, I wasn't even, was I in, I had my, wait, I had my bachelor's in chemistry. I don't think I had my master's yet. I don't think I had my master's yet because I graduated with my master's in chemistry in 2015. Yeah, so I was in school. So your girl been around for a long time. Okay. But I'm so glad that those videos are helpful. I thought about like taking those off, but I'm gonna keep them up. I'm gonna keep them up because they're still helpful. All right, guys, let's see. Next question. I think I purchased the wrong product from Ordinary. Can you tell me which copper peptide product to purchase? The copper peptide product I recommend are in my Amazon storefront. So if you look under this video and look for Curly Chemistry Amazon storefront, you'll see it there. But look for the product page that says copper peptide powered hair growth, and you'll see the ones I recommend there. Thanks so much, Tanya. It's 2:30 a.m. in London, so I'm off to bed. Thank you so much for your knowledge. But you're welcome. Thank you for being here, sis. All these lives so helpful. Woohoo! All right, gang, I think we're done. I think we're done. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Not day. Hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'm going to keep it up, of course. So if you just hopped in, or if you're like, what is she saying? Let me go back and rewatch it. You can definitely go ahead and do that. So I will definitely keep it up. Definitely check me out next Thursday on Instagram. 7 p.m. EST. We'll do another Q&A session. If you guys ordered hair tea over the past week, especially if you took advantage of the BOGO for Cyber Monday this past Monday, all tea rinses are going out tomorrow. So you will get tracking tomorrow. If you have not tried the hydrating herbal hair tea rinse, definitely check it out. Okay, the link will be below. Let me see if I have a promo code I can give you guys. Let's see if I have one currently that's active. Let's see. Hold, please. What do I have here, Heather? What do I have? Do. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Is this all right? Let's add the tea to this. Tea. All right, this should be active. This code should be active now. So if you want to, where am I? Okay, here we go. Yeah, if you want to try the tea rinse, CC 25% off the tea rinse. I'll probably keep that up. We'll keep this code up until tomorrow morning. So definitely go ahead and get your order in tonight. And what I'll do is all orders that come in tonight and tomorrow morning will go out tomorrow. They will ship out tomorrow as well. So yeah. All right. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend. Thank you guys for joining me live, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.